Hello dear student, consider this doubt question. It's a good question. It is from J Advance. So let me read what the question says and we'll explain how to solve. It says a ruler is made by joining two cones together. So there has to be cones. So we are joining two cones together with their vertices, and this is kept on the two rails. So this is rail CD, this is rail EB, both are not parallel. Initially when they are placed symmetrically. That means O is this at the midpoint of joining these two, this line. That means let's consider this point to be E, this point to be F, this O point is going to be at center initially. When it goes, then asymmetry will prevail. It is slightly pushed so that it keeps on rolling, and this rolling is parallel to CD, so that is direction of rolling that has been given to us. We need to find, as it moves forward, what happens to this, whether it will turn towards left, towards right, or will go straight, or will keep on turning alternatively. So this is more conceptually. So we need to link it. You can visualize this picture, right? There's two cones to join together. So this is picture which is looking in 2D, rather it's a 3D actually. So this is base of one cone, this is base of another cone, and this is the vertex. The vertex have been joined together. Now whether it's going to turn towards left or right or will go straight will be decided by the torques or torque acting on this. Now for torque to act, there are so many axes. One is this axis. Let's consider this. About this it is going to roll. So this is going to roll in the forward direction. This torque will not able to decide whether it's turning left or right. Similarly, there may be other torques acting, but what we are interested in, if it has to turn left, that means it is going to like this, whether it is going to like this. So it will be decided by the torque which is going to act about the axis which is perpendicular to O or passing through O and perpendicular to the screen. So if the torque, net torque, comes in this way, that means we will say this is going to turn towards left. If the net torque is going to come like this, then we will say it's going to turn towards right. If the net torque is 0 about the axis which is perpendicular to the screen and passing through O, then we will say it's not going to bend at all or turn at all. Let's call this axis to be x-axis, and this direction which is going in is going to be y-axis. So the torque we are interested in about z-axis. So we need to see about z-axis how much torque is acting. Again, we need to draw the free body diagram, solve it and all that. Now this is a three-dimensional arrangement, so you need to visualize that. That's an important point. Now what is going to happen, there's going to mg force acting at this into this. So that will be, mg force is going to be the parallel to z-axis. So mg will not provide the torque we are interested in. Moreover, it's a rolling, so there will not be any friction acting, because for rolling friction does not required. So another torque will not be there because of friction. What else is going to act as a normal reaction? So normal reaction is very important to visualize. Now how the normal reaction acts? Normal reaction acts tangential, perpendicular to the contact surface. So this is the line which is in contact at this particular situation. If you imagine it's a cone, and there's going to be slant surface, and that slant surface is touching this CD rail. So this normal reaction is going to be perpendicular to the CD, of course, as well as perpendicular to the slant surface. Now drawing that's going to be difficult, but one thing can be easily said, that it's going to be perpendicular to CD as well as perpendicular to the slant surface. So it will be somewhere outside the screen, but not perpendicular to the screen. Now we can make that normal reactions two component. One is going to be perpendicular to the screen and outwards. So this component is perpendicular to the screen and outwards. Let's call it as N1. Another component is going to be perpendicular to the CD line and on the screen. That means another component is going to be this. So this is going to be N2, let's call it. So N1 and N2, they are the components of the normal reaction in nutshell that was acting at F or on the CD line. So this normal reaction is on the this roller because of the CD line. Now n1 direction, let me again say, n1 is perpendicular to the screen, n2 is towards negative x-axis. So the resultant is in the plane of x and z plane, and it is having its direction somewhere between minus x-axis and z-axis. You can visualize that using the vector knowledge. Now the same thing we need to apply at this E location, or that means on this AB, due to this AB track. Now again, it is going to be Nusselt normal reaction can be considered on this E point, and it's going to be perpendicular to the AB line as well as perpendicular to the slant surface of the cone. Again, slant surface of the cone is somewhere that's perpendicular is going to be outside the screen, and it's going to have two components. One component is going to be perpendicular to the screen, you can call it as N3, and there will be another component which will come on the screen, but that is again going to be perpendicular to AB. So it's going to be perpendicular to AB and somewhere like this, that is, you can call it as N4. Point is, N3 and N4 are two components of the net normal reaction supplied by or acted up by AB line on this cone. That means this normal reaction is not in ZX plane, whereas this first normal reaction was in ZX plane. You can imagine that. Now, what's the difference is coming, this N4 normal reaction is not along the x-axis, or this component is not along the x-axis, so it can be divided into two components. One is in the direction of x, another is going to be direction of negative y. Now this component, that means N4 of y direction, this is a very special normal reaction that is going to decide the future of turning. Now if you think about the torque that is about point O, and particularly about z-axis, so that means we are going to think about torque about O and along the that is directed towards z-axis. So these normal reaction, that means torque of about z-axis, if we are interested in that, means whether in this direction or in this direction. So this N2 and this N4 component along x direction, they will not be able to give any torque for z-axis. Similarly, N1 which is parallel to z-axis, N3 which is also parallel to z-axis, they will not be able to give any torque about z-axis. Mg was again parallel to z-axis, that will not be able to give any torque about z-axis. This N4y component is very important force, and that will give us torque about this O point in this sense. So this torque is going to be equal to, or will be basically in the direction that we can say anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. If you are able to digest this, we are able to identify that it will have a torque acting in anti-clockwise sense. Now this torque is going to give us, we know this torque is going to be equal to I about this z-axis and alpha. That means angular acceleration will come, this angular acceleration will turn this entire structure in future towards this direction. That means it is turning like this, and what we can call it as a left, right, or what. So we can think of as per viewer, it's turning towards left. So we will say the left turn is our correct answer. Okay, thank you.